everyone. Let's talk about another tip to drive retention. And this one's a little sneaky, right? Because it's counterintuitive. When I was a little girl, my mom raised me to be a people pleaser, polite, don't speak out of turn and do what people ask of you. And being an insurance professional, I had to rewire some of that internal thinking. And the idea is like when someone calls in and says, hey, I'm upset about my rate. Can you shop me? A lot of us say, do what the client says, people please, make sure that they're happy. They ask for a reshop, let's deliver. And instead, what we want to do is turn ourselves into an insurance advisor. So if I call my accountant and he says, hey, or he calls me up and says, hey, you owe this in taxes. I'm like, oh, can't you just shop it around or find some taxes? He's going to laugh at me. If I call my attorney and say, he's got to give me some news about them, they say, oh, can't you just, bribe the judge or fight it? He's going to laugh at me. But insurance, somehow along the way, we have stopped being advisors to some degree and started just being order takers, do what the client says. The challenge with that is the client does not have an insurance license, nor do they know a lot of times all the stuff that we know that can really protect them. And so order taking is really a version of people pleasing. And the problem with that is too, they're always pleased at the end. You want to have the idea to go ahead and having a vision to say, let's talk about what you really need. And I think too often we shy away from conversations because we want to get people off the phone from sometimes what can be a little bit of an uncomfortable conversation. But it's only uncomfortable when you don't think about the solutions you're providing. So in order to drive retention, we need to start having conversations. When somebody calls up upset about rate, it's about a conversation. It's about saying, hey, I hear you. I completely understand. Let's dive in. Let's see what's going on. Let's take a look at all your discounts, your deductibles, and let's find out what happened. Now, if I got 2 moving violations that year, that's a conversation that we need to have. It's not about shying away from that conversation. It's about embracing it and saying, hey, Kelly, I saw your husband had 2 tickets this year. That means you lost your safe driver discount. So that's something that really needs to be taken into consideration. Do you recall those tickets? Guarantee Kelly goes home upset about Andrew, not at you. But in order to master this, it's something that has to be super intentional, something that we retrain our brains on, because ultimately people are coming to independent agencies because they want an advisor, not somebody that says, shop my rate, save me money, do this, do that. If I went to my doctor that way and said, hey, I know I could lose 10 pounds. Can you do it for me? Yeah, find a way for me to lose 10 pounds. I could put on some drug that would probably have all these side effects and again, wouldn't ultimately solve the problem. Me stopping eating Doritos and chocolate chip cookies probably solves the problem. But that's the pill I have to swallow. And we want to encourage all of you guys to start having conversations about rate. One, it deepens the relationship with the agency. 2, if they're talking to you, they're not talking to other agents. And that means you're going to defend your retention even more. And 3, people start to value your expertise again versus just being a transaction. So identify right now, do you want to be an order taker or do you want to be someone that drives those advisor relationships? And you have to catch yourself because we have to rewire sometimes how we were raised. I know I did, and I'm so glad that I did in the end. We'll see you in the next video.
Hi everyone, Kelly Donahue here. Glad that you've been enjoying our 3-minute videos. I want to stop and just talk to you for a second about your retention rate. One of our top blogs is how to calculate retention, which you can do a quick Google search and find. But it's more than that. It's how to stop people from canceling, how to make our jobs easier. And don't get me wrong, I don't think anyone's ever really come out in personal lines and small commercial and given you a good plan. So it's not your fault if you're struggling in this area or you're thinking it's all price, it'll change. A lot of times in agencies, we find that without a clear strategy, we're sort of just bumping into things hoping for the best. And what I've learned in my time in insurance, which has been over 20 years, hope's not a strategy. So let's take a little different direction. Take a look at our agency performance pack. For $245 a month, you get all of our trainings and you can actually cancel anytime, which means that you could get our renewal review course all recorded online with our workbook and all of our resources and use it for a couple months and say, we've got it, Kel, and be gone. But we also have another course on how to reduce remarketing and boost retention, which is all about how to have a conversation on rate. You're going to find in these videos, we talk a lot about how we can't be scared of rate, that we're worth a little bit more, but we have to learn how to talk about it. And that's what this course is going to do. So if your team is craving understanding how to have a better time, how to have their clients have more fun, how to, go ahead and delight them and make them raving fans and have ridiculously amazing service. We package it all up here for you. And listen, $245 a month to get all this, it's great. And we add a new course in every quarter. In fact, our last course was all about time management. Who couldn't use more time in their day? And our next course coming out July 2021 is actually going to be on how to overcome the top 10 objections. Your staff is your agency's biggest investment. So what are you feeding them to keep getting them to be the top team in the country? If you're not sure, check out this solution. I think you're going to like it.